Have you ever experienced something that you felt like it was just meant to happen? What if I were to tell you right now that that experience that didn't happen randomly? You yourself chose it before you incarnated on earth. Explore this topic with me. I'm Diane G. I'm an Akashic Records reader and an emotional energy healer, and this is Soul Cloud Connect. Hello and welcome, everyone. We're back for another episode of Soul Cloud Connect. If it's your first time here, hello and welcome. And if you're returning here, hello and welcome back. I'm Diane G again. I'm an Akashic Records reader and an emotional energy healer. And Soul Cloud Connect or in Soul Cloud are shows where we talk about spiritual concepts and, the deeper questions about life and the universe. So, like what I introduced a while ago, we're talking about pre-birth plans for this episode. I don't know if anyone in the chat has ever heard that before. Pre-birth plans. Okay, let's turn this on. I want to say hi to the chat, to the people who came here very early. I want to say hi to Missy Nelson. Hi, Missy. Sonia Claiborne is here. Hi. Gary for Grace is here. Kim McKinseth is here. Gray is also here. Hi, Gray. Hi, Nancy Ray. Brina is here. Hi, Brina. Hi, Merdragon. Oh, and I'm seeing Mary Black is here. Hi, Mary. Tiffany Teasdale is here. Dee Painless is here. Hi. And a lot of people coming in. CJ, Tiffany, Stephanie, Leah. Hi, Leah. And Linda Keltzer is here. Hi, Linda. Rossi is here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Shining Love Light Truth is here. Tamer Canpolat is here. Hello. So, like what we always do on Soul Cloud and Soul Cloud Connect, we will be doing readings during the second part of the show. So, if you're interested in knowing what is one small step I can take to align with my soul's purpose, type in #plan. Again, the hashtag for today is #plan. I will be drawing for people randomly later. But here's the cool thing about general and public readings. So even if you're not watching this live, because this is live streaming right now, but you can watch this through the replay later. Even if you're not here, or even if your name is not drawn, and something resonates for you, a message for someone else resonates for you, take it for yourself. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Because most of the time, when we do public readings like this, it's a message that's not only for the person that we're reading for, it's a message for multiple people. So it's very cool. And if you're watching the replay, let me know through the comments. Stephanie says, this topic is so interesting, but I know it ruffles some feathers. I know, right? I was a bit nervous. And coming here solo today makes it a bit more nerve wracking for me. But I am going to share what I have experienced. Again, this is not, or this may not be the absolute truth. If it's something that resonates for you, again, take it. But if it's not, that's okay. You don't have to make it fit your experiences. I'm just going to share what my experiences are as an Akashic Records reader regarding pre-birth plans. There we go. Okay. So, what is a pre-birth plan anyway? I've seen some videos that talk about pre-birth plans as like before coming to Earth, you sit down with the council and then you write, this is my plan. But from my experience as an Akashic Records reader, it doesn't actually go down like that. we plan our incarnations before coming before we are physical. So we don't necessarily sit down. We don't have bodies when we do this plan. I'm seeing some comments. Leah says, "This is I planned. What show?" Yeah, what a show. So, from my understanding, pre-birth plan is it's the idea that every soul to incarnate chooses to incarnate, plans their lifetimes before they're even born. That's why during the introduction I asked everyone, is there anything that happened in your life that you just felt like, ah, this was meant to happen? Like this was planned. Like I'm in the right place at the right time. Let me know, chat, if you've ever experienced that you've had that experience where, oh, I'm in the right place at the right time. Things are happening weirdly because things are falling into place. Like it's meant to happen. Violets for Roses is asking Leah, you mean I meant to suffer? Yeah, it's one of the things that's kind of what's ruffling the feathers, right? It's a bit controversial, I must admit, but hear me out. So, from my Akashic Records reading or channeling experience, this is something that I find true for myself because there are certain themes and patterns that repeatedly come up whenever I channel the Akashic Records for myself and for people. So, these are some of the themes that keep coming up. So, soul lessons come up often. Like whenever something happens and we try to make sense of it, the Akashic records tell me, oh, this was happening because the soul planned to learn a specific lesson. So that keeps coming up. And those are different soul lessons that come up. And if you're interested in soul lessons, I have an archive about soul lessons and soul missions as well. So check the playlist and see for yourself. But yeah, those keep coming up for readings. Soul lessons, soul missions come up quite often. And again, soul missions are also things that you planned. And it's not just, like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. Sometimes our mission is just to experience or to create things. And not only that, we also plan our relationships. We plan our interactions with people, not to the minute to the minute level. I mean, but our major relationships, like your exes, everyone you've ever had a relationship with, and not only romantic relationships, our closest friendships, we plan those as well. We meet certain people during certain periods of our lives. Okay, I'm seeing some questions in the chat. Oh, it's a joke. I thought it was a question, but back chat. Just type questions if you have questions about this topic. So other themes that keep coming up during Akashic Records readings is that we aren't forced to come here. And again, this is something that we've already talked about in a previous episode. So I'm not going to bore you to death, but this is something that we volunteer to do, like a tribute in the younger games. I volunteer as a tribute. And usually souls like us, we are very excited coming here. And that's why I think that's why Leah's bringing up, oh, I was drunk when I did this. Plot twist, we don't have a body to get drunk. But it's difficult to comprehend what our higher selves thought because the one who's doing the planning isn't our ego, isn't this, people call it meat suit, but isn't our personality right now. It's not Diane, it's not Leah, it's not Stephanie or Jax. Hi, Jack. But our higher selves, they do the planning. And again, it's not like we are sitting at a round table. That's very like 3D thinking, I believe. But again, we experience things with our own understanding. This is what's just true for me. We are not embodied whenever we do this soul planning. So we don't really sit down. And there also comes some points raised about s- um, councils, soul councils that advise us whenever we're incarnating. From my experience, the planning comes from different dimensions of ourselves. So, like our higher self plans these incarnations. And then the oversoul, even the higher dimensional us, but it's still us. That's what tells the higher soul, okay, you're taking on too much. You're taking on a lot of missions. But these are happening on different levels of our consciousness. Okay. Leah is saying, but we are starting to remember. Yeah. Shining Love Light Truth is asking difference between main soul contracts and soul contracts with key people. Well, they're both soul contracts, although soul contracts can be with yourself. It's not just for other people. And I've done a show on this as well. You can go back to it. It's called, I think, Soul Contracts. To put it simply, soul contracts. This can be vows that you've made with yourself, not just with other people. So these are promises that you made. And there are different types of soul contracts. There are soul contracts that we do pre-birth. So before we incarnate, there are soul contracts that we enter. But there are also soul contracts that we enter after we've incarnated. Leah brought up something interesting. She said, but we are starting to remember. Yeah. What's fascinating, and this is another thing that keeps coming up. Before we incarnate, we forget things. We forget things so that we can experience life fully and more deeply, so we can experience our lessons and learn them more deeply. So, what have I found surprising about pre birth plans? This is what I found surprising that I want to share with you all. What's contained in the pre birth plan? Again, it's not a list, it's like energy. What we planned is that we choose the family that we incarnate to for what's best in our soul growth. So if you even incarnated in a supportive family, think about this. Did you incarnate in a supportive family or in a challenging family? There is a reason why we choose either. What comes up often is that we choose supportive families because they will be able to, yeah, support our gifts, support our abilities, and support our soul growth a lot more or a lot better. We may incarnate in families that are opposite, that are very challenging for us, so we can experience adversity because it's how our soul can grow. It's a case to case basis. And sometimes we choose challenging families so we can be the rebel and we can help that family lineage to break the cycle on whatever's going on with their family. I'm just scrolling and looking for comments. Okay. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, Jax, or the opposite thing. So they not necessarily, although at some point, at some families, I guess it's correct. They can beat it into us. Yeah. Erin says gluten for punishment. So, what are other things that I found very interesting that comes up during Akashic Records readings about pre birth plans? Is that we choose our birthday. So, if you're wondering or if you hate your birthday, Think about that. Why did I choose this birthday? There are several reasons that I found and that I've heard and I've read during Akashic Records readings. We choose the time period where we'll incarnate so we can experience certain events during that time period. Like, for example, there are a lot, and I mean a lot of readings that I've done, mini readings, including where light workers incarnate or have incarnated during World War II or during the First World War, even. And why is that? It's because we timed our incarnations so that it can coincide with that, so we can experience that and learn from that experience. So that's very surprising for me, or that was very surprising. Leah says, I have genius birthday 314. Cheryl says, if we learn our lessons, then we can choose not to come back. Yes. We've also talked about this in a previous video. But you, not your ego self, but your higher self, can decide, okay, I've learned enough. I'm not going to come back anymore. Or I'm not going to come back on Earth anymore. I'm just going to incarnate in other star systems or not incarnate at all. People have the free will to do that. Although, again, it's our higher self that makes that decision. We don't do that in, like, while we are incarnated on Earth. So I hope that helps, Cheryl. Rossi says, you can come in to heal generational wounds, but not just human generational wounds, also greater soul group. Yes. Okay. What are other things that I have found interesting that I want to share with you? Aside from choosing our birthday because of the time period, we choose our birthday because of the energetic implications that they have. Like, when we come into Earth at a specific time, it carries energy because of the numbers of our birthday. Numbers carry energy. And the second is because the position of the universe during that time, the position of the stars, the position of the planets. This is astrology, as you may notice, but we choose our astrology. We choose the signs we come in because of the vibration. We might not think of them as astrology that we know right now, like, I'm Gemini, I'm Virgo, I'm that. But there are specific or certain vibrations that the position of the planets and the stars of the solar system carry. And so we choose to incarnate during our birthday at a specific time so we can carry and embody those energies. So that was very surprising for me to learn. And I'm still learning about it. What's also surprising for me is that we choose our possible exit points. And what I mean by exit points, if we choose our entry point or our birthday, we also choose the day we die. Although it's not as strict as birthdays. From my understanding, we plan multiple exit points. We like, there are opportunities for us to exit our life at different points, and we choose whichever we feel like it's best for our incarnation. And this is something that has struck me recently. I did a show with Linda de Gonzalez last Thursday, or Thursday for me, Wednesday for you guys, with Into the Ether. And I also posted a short about this, about a past life message from a mother during a past life. And what struck me the most during that reading is that it was a relationship between a mom and a child. And the mom specifically said, I choose to pass while you were asleep so you wouldn't see me dying, basically. And that struck me because the soul had a choice. The person had a choice on when they are going to pass. It aligns with my beliefs that, we choose exit points and there are different exit points that we can choose. So, yeah, but that was very surprising for me initially that we have a choice on when we are going to pass. Just going to check the comments again. Okay, Kimberly says mine is 0401 1961. You must be humorous, Kimberly, to choose April Fool's Day. Ah, Garnet is sharing his birthday as well. So thank you guys. Oh, you're going to love our next episodes. So, what does this mean for you who's watching this right now? Many of us think that what happens to us is random. But when we realize that these things are happening for us, that this is actually happening because I want to learn like a soul lesson. For example, acceptance. I want to learn gratitude. I want to learn humor. That's also a soul lesson. We kind of feel empowered because things aren't just happening to us, things are happening for us. We aren't just, victims of this randomness. We aren't just victims of circumstances. From a higher dimensional perspective, we are the designers of our own lives. We are the architects and engineers of our own lives. And that's what I want to leave you for this topic. You have the power. You always have. And you always had that. Even before you came here on earth, you always had that power. So I hope that helps everyone. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, in the chat. Shining Love Light Truth says 999 here, birth nine, time of birth 9, and life path 9. That's a lot of nines. But our birthdays carry vibrations. Thank you so much, Jax. Erin shares that her Grammy was an April Fool's baby, but she definitely was nobody's fool. Oh, I love that. She was nobody's fool. You guys have cool birthdays. Tiffany says, "I believe that we can make change." Exactly. We have our own free will, and the future isn't always like predetermined. We can change the future with our intentions and with our actions. I see like soul missions and soul lessons as intentions. Whenever we incarnate, it's not like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. It kind of feels like that, but it's more like I intend to learn this lesson. And then we'll let our guides guide us to that path. Like if the initial plan fails, there's like a backup plan that they reroute, like a GPS. Okay, this path is no longer the best path for me. So I'm going to recalibrate and reroute to a different path because that's what gets me there faster, or that's what gets me there safer, like a detour. And it keeps happening every day. And it's our guides that, lead us to those certain things. So I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. Violets for Roses tells Barbara Hartlove, I just want to get through those soul life lessons faster. Me too, Stephanie. But there are actually soul lessons that take several lifetimes to learn. So be patient with yourself. Some of the soul lessons that take lifetimes to learn, for example, is forgiveness. Uh, Sometimes we incarnate several lifetimes to learn this. Like, for example, the first lifetime, we incarnate as the person that someone has done wrong. wrong too. And so you realize that, oh my gosh, it's hard to forgive this person. I felt betrayed. And then in your next incarnation, you're the person who does the betrayal. Like those are opposite sides of the spectrum, but they are learning the same lesson. One is learning how it feels to be betrayed, and the other, or the next lifetime, is learning how, what circumstances led you to betray that person. Like, for example, your best friend, what circumstances led to that? And what can you learn from both experiences that are opposite? And it can be about the same life lesson. For example, like the example that I gave, forgiveness. Same soul lesson, different experiences. And it's very possible. So again, be patient with yourself. I think the challenge whenever we talk about soul lessons is that, hey, how am I learning? How am I learning this? Am I like the perpetrator or am I like the victim? Ah, thank you, shining love, light, truth. People are sharing their birthdays too. And I'm doing the math in my mind, and I cannot math. The math is not mathing. And Kimmy says, I love everything you've said. Staying in the present, try to see them as experiences. We each have played both the good and the opposite. Yes, we must remember to have no judgment against anyone. Okay, thank you, everyone. So, again, we are going to do readings for this episode. And where is it? Okay, there we go. If you haven't done it yet, type in hashtag plan to enter the draw. These are randomly chosen, everyone. I'm going to do as much readings as I can today. I will open the Akashic records later. But again, if you haven't typed it yet, the hashtag is hashtag plan. And we are answering the question, what is one small step I can take to align with my soul's purpose? So, so while you're typing hashtag plan, I'm going to open the Akashic records. So let's take a deep centering breath. Only the highest frequency of love and light can remain in the sacred space and all objects in the sacred space for the highest good of this group, consisting of myself, those who are watching right now, those who will join us later, and those who will watch the replay. All other energies must leave now. All other energies must leave now. All other energies must leave now. Now I call in the highest level of the divine that knows that love is the power and the truth from which we read. Our highest level guides and angels to help us with this reading. Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, please hold the sacred space. And so it is. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light asking for guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth as it is revealed for our highest good, the highest good of all, and the most benevolent outcome. Akashic Records Master, Spirit Guides, and Angels, please let us know this group in the light of the Akashic Records and enable us to share the wisdom and compassion that the masters, teachers, and loved ones have for us. The records are now open. Yay! I love the energy after opening the record tubes. So again, these readings will be randomly chosen via the giveaway tool, also known as the flying fickle finger of fate. So don't think that you are skipped. It's randomly chosen. And I want to say hi to the people who came in. Um, Gwen, I don't know if I've said hi to you. Hi, Gwen. Magic with Moonlight. Um, Pam Anderson is here. Hi, Pam. And if I didn't get to say hi to you, just know that I'm seeing you. Thank you all for being here. Okay, let's go. Whoa. Mary Black, congratulations, and please say hi in the chat. Next up, Linda Keltzer. Linda, congratulations, and please say hi in the chat. Candy B955, congratulations, Candy, and please say hi in the chat. Gary for praise, congratulations, Gary, and please say hi in the chat. Oh, I guess I'm reading for 5 now. I accidentally pushed the button. Rossi111, congratulations, and please say hi in the chat. Okay. I see you, Linda. Oh, yes, laugh in. And I see Rossi. So we're still waiting for Candy B and Gary for Grace. I was just saying thank you, Mods, for all the help. Okay, again, I'll be answering the question, what's one small step I can take to align with my soul's purpose? So I'm going to use cards for some of the readings if I'm drawn to them. So first person, I'm waiting for Gary and Candy B, but first person we're reading for is Mary Black. There we go, Mary. Okay, what is one small step Mary can take to align with their soul purpose? I'm hearing the word reassess. Okay, Masters, what is Mary supposed to reassess? Okay. What's coming up is rest. The small step that you can take to align with your soul purpose, at least in this period of your life, is taking a rest. And what they meant by reassess is reassess the things that you have on your plate right now. I feel like you're being very busy, that you're not giving yourself or allowing yourself the time to rest. I don't know if you can validate that for me, Mary Black. That's what I'm getting from the Akashic Records Masters. Is there more that you want to share, Masters? Just okay. They're telling me reassess and prioritize rest during this period of your time. Okay, I got you, Gary, for Grace. So I hope that helps, Mary, and thank you for letting me read for you. Next up, we have Linda Keltzer. Okay, I'm being drawn to the cards for this. What is one small step that Linda can take to align her with her soul's purpose, Masters? Okay. The card that I pulled for you is the marbled electric ray. And it says, "You are electrifying. Allow your talent to do the talking." I feel like you have talents that you're not fully utilizing, Linda. You don't have the confidence to utilize it, is what I'm hearing. And so the masters are reiterating, let your talents shine. Don't dim your light to make other people comfortable. Shine your light so that it can shine theirs. That's the Akashic Records Masters message. So I hope that helps, Linda. That one small step you can take to align with your soul's purpose. And thank you for letting me read for you. And I want to say hi to Selena. Hi, Selena, who came here, and Kendra Lesher, who just came in. Mary is saying, rest in 3D, but not sure about the other side. I feel like it's in the 3D. Don't worry, Mary. It's just allowing yourself the time to rest so that you can be energized for whatever comes in the future for you. You're very welcome, Linda. I hope that helps. And next up, we have Rossi. Okay. Okay. This one. Okay. They're drawing me to the cards again. What is one small step that Rossi can take to align with her soul's purpose, Masters? I don't know if you're gonna like this card, Rossi. The card that I pulled for you is surprise. I kind of get the feeling that you don't like surprises. But the Akashic Records Masters are saying, be open to surprises, be open to possibilities. There are things that may not be your way, and it's okay. We don't have the control over everything. So be open to surprises. Some changes, okay, some changes are not there to derail you. They're there to realign you. Oftentimes people are scared of change, but sometimes change are not there to destroy, but to rebuild. And that's the message from the Akashic Records Masters for you. What is the step that you can take to align with your soul's purpose? Is to be open to surprises and not to control everything. So I hope that helps, Rossi. That is a multi-layered question, Rossi, that I don't think we can answer through a mini reading. But yeah, I hope that helps. But in general, Rossi, our sole purpose is to learn and to love. It's what keeps coming up. Our purpose is to love, to be of service to others. Yeah, and to learn. Most often, it's about love. Learning how to love and also how to accept the love that is given to us. Because for many light workers, I don't think that we have an issue with loving others. It's more of an issue about loving ourselves and accepting the love that people are giving us. Rossi says, okay, I guess surprises will be coming in. I think so. But be excited about the surprises. I feel like they're good surprises. Yes, Gwen. Change is not to derail you, but to realign you. Kendra says, I think a lot of our current constraints and expectations make us feel like we are never doing enough. Never enough of doing enough. You are enough, Kendra. I feel like even if you just sit down and do nothing, you're doing enough. I see this joke a lot in different social media platforms. Like, what are you doing for a living? Or what are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing for a living? And the answer is like my best. I am doing my best. And that is enough. It is a joke, but I feel the truth in it. Many of us are here doing their best, and we're not giving enough credit to people for that. So, if you're trying your best right now, just know that you're doing enough. Okay, I am not seeing Candy B in the chat. So, the last person for this round is Gary for Grace. Okay. What is one small step that Gary can take to align with his soul's purpose? So, Gary for Grace, I don't know if you're male or female. I guess male because of the Gary in your name, but you also have Grace, so I don't know. But the card that I pulled for you is power, owning your power. It may not be good girl, it might be good boy. But the Akashic Records masters are, I keep hearing the word no. Whenever you feel uncomfortable in something, you can say no. I feel like you have a tendency to do things. Oh, male. Okay. Gary is male. I'll take the note of that. But you have the tendency to say yes to please other people, even though you don't want to do what they are requesting you to do. And that takes your power away. You're giving your power away to those people. And you are not necessarily helping yourself by doing that, by doing the things that don't make you happy. So the Akashic Records masters are saying, set your boundaries. Say no when you don't when you don't want to do what they request you to do. Ah, okay. You don't need to burn yourself so that others feel warm. Is what they're referencing. Don't burn your others so other people can feel warm. Don't burn yourself, rather. So that is one small step that you can take to align with your soul's purpose, Gary. Say no. Set your boundaries. That's what I keep hearing from the Akashic Records Masters. And I hope that helps, Gary. And thank you so much for letting me read for you. Gary says so true. Thank you, Stephanie. Yes. The word no is a full sentence. Oh, no. I don't want to. I don't want to is a valid enough reason not to do things. I don't want to. And hi, Mona Lee, Mona Lee Seraphim, and Maria Scorpio. Hi. And again, the hashtag for today is hashtag plan. What is one small step that I can take to align with my soul's purpose? So if you haven't entered it yet, you can type it in now. And we are going to draw for another set. I'll draw for 5 since I drew 5 a while ago. Tiffany Teasdale, congratulations, and please say hi in the chat. Next up, we have Violets for Roses. Stephanie, I know you're here. Tamer Kanpolat, congratulations and please say hi in the chat. Leah Omega 8, congratulations Leah and please say hi in the chat. Last for this round. Deep Painless, congratulations Deep Painless and please say hi in the chat. Okay. I'm just checking the chat for your comments. Okay. I see. Wait. Violets for Roses is here. Leah is here. Tamer is here. Okay. I see them. Okay, okay. No, I don't. I'm just scrolling. Okay, okay. Oh, oh, this is good news, Maria. Maria says she has some good news. She is over her ex. Yeah. Woo. I think this is a huge applause for you. This calls for a celebration, Maria. And I'm very happy for you that you decided to love yourself more. You deserve all the love. Okay, there we go. So Leah is here. Stephanie is here. So I'm waiting for the Painless. Okay. Oh, there we go. I see the Painless now. I got all 5. Okay. And don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't done it yet. And leave a comment after the show. It really helps the channel out with the algorithm. Okay, first person up is Tiffany Teasdale. So what is one small step that Tiffany can take to align with their soul's purpose? Want me to get the card, Masters? No. Okay. What's one small step that Tiffany can take to align with their soul's purpose? Tiffany, are you a very creative person? Because what I'm seeing is that you are inventing things, you are making things. Like I'm seeing you folding paper. It almost feels like an experiment. But you're like experimenting on the media for your art or for what you're creating. It may or may not be art. But a small step that you can take is keep on creating. Oh, yeah. Tiffany says, I love making things. Keep doing that. That is part of your soul's purpose. I feel like one of your soul missions is being an innovator, creating things that don't exist in this world yet. As creators of this world, we are exploring the things that we can do. We are trying to get to know ourselves by what we create. And that's part of your soul mission and soul purpose, Tiffany, is to create things. So whenever you make things, even if you're cooking or even if it's art, or if you're like me, you're into woodworking and carpentry, keep doing that. That is part of your soul's purpose, Tiffany, to create things. So I hope that helps to know that you are going through, you are in alignment with your soul's purpose. And congratulations to you. I hope that helps and thank you for letting me read for you. Irene has a comment. I guess most of the folks here are people pleasers or recovered people pleasers or relapsed people pleasers. Yeah, it's hard to choose ourselves consistently without guilt. Yeah, I can relate to that, Aaron. Um, Recovering people pleaser. If you're like that, like me, if you like relapse into people pleasing, be gentle with yourself and give yourself grace. If you recognize that you're doing it, you can stop and then try again tomorrow. Oh, I love that. Oops. Mona says, I love myself very much. My favorite part of me is my heart. But I'm also a Leo. We tend to kiss ourselves in the mirror. But at least you love yourself. And this was the comment that I wanted to highlight. Tiffany says, I can feel that when I start something new. That's awesome. Yeah. These are the indications that we are in alignment with our soul's purpose. Whenever we feel joy, like for you, Tiffany, whenever you create something, you feel happy. You feel the joy. It's the little sparks of joy when you see that, oh my gosh, this is turning into something new. It's that joy, it's that excitement that tells us that, hey, I'm aligned with my soul's purpose right now. Okay, next up, Tiffany. Violets for roses. Okay. Violets for roses should be used. Cards, masters. Okay, cards. When I use the fish deck. Okay. What is one small step that can align Tiffany to her soul's purpose, please? Okay, the card that I pulled for you, Stephanie, is change. And it says, a resistance to change is a resistance to life itself. Open your heart and mind to new beginnings. Okay, what is beginning for Tiffany? Or for Stephanie, rather? Are you showing me this in a literal sense or symbolic sense? More symbolic. What I'm seeing, Stephanie, that they're showing me is a vision of you entering like a doorway that leads to something beautiful. It's like a new opportunity for you, is what I'm hearing. Is it a job or just a relationship or not a job, relationship? But there are some new opportunities that are coming that I'm hearing for you. I'm trying to get more information about what kind of change. Okay. W- You know how for a previous reading we said no? No is a complete sentence. Now they're telling me yes is a complete sentence. Yes. Because what they're showing me is that there are changes. They're not specifically showing me what that is. There are changes that you're afraid to take, but these are necessary changes for you to grow. Say yes to the change, is what the Akashic Records Masters are saying. Accept the change, uh, flow with the change, rather. You can flow with the change. Resisting can only bring suffering, is what I'm hearing. Say yes. For you, Stephanie, say yes to the change. Okay. Oh, I see that. That's what it is. Stephanie is saying it's the fear of uncertainty and insecurity. I know that already. New feels uncertain. I need to reprogram my brain. I believe so. That's what the Akashic Records masters are saying. Say yes to the change because change can bring growth. Just like what we read for earlier for Rossi, change may not mean like you're being derailed, but rather you're being realigned. I feel like you will be realigned in the near future to follow your own soul's purpose. They're not giving me many details, but you will be realigned is what I'm hearing. So I hope that change. I hope that I hope that helps, Stephanie. Yes, do it. Go for it is what I hear. Yes, do it. Go for it. So I hope that helps, Stephanie, and thank you for letting me read for you. Okay, next up we have Tamer and Polat. For Tamer, what is one small step that Tamer can take, that Tamer can take to align with their soul's purpose? What is one small step? Okay, Tamer, the card that I pulled for you is the Oarfish, and it says, "Be the bigger person. Your kindness is your strength." I feel like one of your soul purposes is related to interacting with other people. It might be service to other people. And I feel the frustration. Some of the things that you, or some of the people that you interact with might be frustrating for you, is the way that this message is coming through. And the Akashic Records masters are saying, be the bigger person. It's your kindness that sets you apart from these people. Okay, how is this aligning them to their soul's purpose? Okay, part of your soul's purpose is learning the lesson empathy and understanding things from another person's perspective. What may be true to you may not be true for others. Acceptance may bring peace, not in the sense that you are accepting all the things that they throw at you, but the acceptance that you can't change other people and making peace with that. So I hope that helps, Tamer. That is the message of the Akashic Records Masters on how you can align with your soul's purpose. Tamer says a leadership position, I guess. I don't know if it's a leadership position, but it is about interacting with people and learning empathy. And again, if the message for someone resonates for you, take it for yourself. If it doesn't, don't make it fit. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Pierre. Okay. Next up is Leah, who's saying, hit them, yay. Okay. What is one small step that Leah can take to align with her soul's purpose? Oh, you're very welcome, Tamer. I really hope that makes sense. There is a deck, Leah, that I don't use often. So I put it in the shelf behind me. But before I started the show, the guides were telling me, get that deck off that shelf. And I was like, why? Oh, it's because it wants to talk to you. What's one small step would help Leah align with her soul's purpose? Leah. It's a deck. It's a card of flowers, which I know you love, but it's the text that really grabs me. It says, "When I make joy a priority, brilliant ideas will come naturally. Support will surround me, and movements will form." Make joy a priority. That's the Akashic Records Master's message for you on how you can align with your soul's purpose. Prioritize joy. This is something again that we mention a lot during the shows and into the ether. We don't prioritize the things that make us happy, weirdly, and then we look back and then we wonder why do I feel sad or why do I feel miserable? Make time for joy because it's a necessity. Joy is a necessity. People don't realize that. It's not suffering that gets us through things. It's finding moments of joy that does. It keeps us going. So for you, especially Leah, make joy a priority. So I hope that helps and thank you for letting me read for you. Yes, joy first. And hello, Kat. Kat is also here and Suzanne is also here. Hello. And last for this round, we have a deep painless. I'm going to draw for another set after this. Deep painless. What is one small step that deep painless can take to align with their soul's purpose? Okay, what does this mean, masters? The card that I pulled for you, deep painless, is a staircase, and it says action. Baby steps are still steps, and they're better than standing still. What's interesting about this image is the staircase. When we look at a huge staircase and we see like, oh my gosh, it's so high. There are so many steps. It can feel daunting for us. What I'm getting from the masters is you already know what you need to do, but you're kind of daunted at the task because it's huge. So what the Akashic Records Masters is saying for you to what's one small step that you can take? It's literally taking the little baby steps. You don't have to tackle the entire staircase at the same time. You don't have to jump to the top level. You need to take one step. If the entire staircase looks very daunting for you, look at the first step. Focus on the first step. Break your tasks into, or break the entire thing into smaller tasks so that you can tackle them and so that they won't overwhelm you. That is one small step that you can take to align with your soul's purpose. I keep hearing that you already know what you need to do in this period of your life, but you might not have the courage to do it because you might be overcomplicating things, is what I'm hearing from the masters. So they're telling me, take it one step at a time, one day at a time if you have to. Oh, Kendra is saying, Kendra is saying, um, celebrate small wins. Yes. Even that small step, even taking that small step, you can celebrate that. The Painless says, I know it. Dang it. Spirit is calling you out, the Painless. Oh, Candy is saying, I'm so sorry I missed my turn, had to step away, but that's okay. Okay, Candy, I'm going to star you and ready for you. So thank you, Deep Painless, and I hope this helps. Sometimes spirit call us out. Okay, go. So for Candy B, what is one small step that Candy can take to align with their soul's purpose? Oh, you don't want me to use cards? Okay. That's one small step that Candy can take. And I breathe because that's what the Akashic Records masters were showing me. Breathe. That is one small step that you can take to align with your soul's purpose. Allow yourself the time to breathe and the time to release the things that no longer feel like they're working for you. You can you can discern what is aligned with your soul by noticing how you feel. Do you feel light when you're doing a certain task, or do you feel heavy, like you'd rather do something else? Use joy as your compass and allow yourself the time to breathe. That's the Akashic Records Master's message for you, Candy. It's more about breathing, breathing and resting, allowing yourself to breathe and to rest. In our language, in my language, in Filipino, the word for rest is pahinga, and the word for breathing is hinga. It's like associating breathing with resting. Resting means allowing yourself to breathe or putting aside time, not doing anything, and just breathing. That's what resting is. So I hope you give yourself the time to do that, Candy. Candy says that resonates deeply. I'm glad. I hope that helps. So I'm going to draw for five more people. If you haven't entered the hashtag yet, please do so. The hashtag is the hashtag is hashtag plan, and we are answering what small step. What's one small step that I can take to align with my soul's purpose? Garnet McLeary Prize. Congratulations, Garnet, and please say hi in the chat. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. It helps the channel out. Red Dragon, Kim, congratulations, and let us know that you're still here. Hypnicity, congratulations, Hypnicity, and please say hi in the chat. Suzanne, congratulations, Suzanne, and please say hi in the chat. Or hello. Last for this round is Kelly Macau. Congratulations, Kelly, and please say hi in the chat. Okay. I got Red Dragon, Garnet. So we're still waiting for Hypnicity. Suzanne. Okay, I got Hypnicity. I got Suzanne. So we're waiting for Kelly Macau. Oh, that's interesting, Rossi. Rossi is saying we do the same in Spanish. We say respira, take a break and breathe. Ah, I didn't know that. Every day we learn something new. Thank you for sharing that, Rossi. Oh, we got you, Kelly. Yay. We got everyone. There we go. So, first up, who do we have first? Garnet. Garnet. What is one small step that Garnet can take to align with their soul's purpose? Oh, they don't want me to use cards for you either, Garnet. Okay. What is one small step that Garnet can take? Garnet, do you write like in a journal or maybe professionally? Because what I'm seeing is you writing in a notebook or journaling. Okay, I was aligning to Garnet's soul purpose. Okay, they're telling me that you can write the things that you want to manifest. That's why they're showing me the notebook and you writing. What do you want to create? Putting those in paper makes it more true. Like there is something tangible that you can see and you can look at, and something that anchors the idea in your world. Write your ideas down. That is a baby step. That is the baby step, is what I'm hearing. Write your ideas down. That is one small step that you can take to align with your soul's purpose. Garnet. Next up, so I hope that helps, Garnet. Next up, we have a red dragon. Hi, Kim. Okay. Do you want me to use cards for this master? No. Okay. What is one small step that Kim can take to align with their soul's purpose? Also rest. When I tap into your energy, Kim, I feel exhausted. Like my muscles are just dropping. And I'm hearing the Akashic Records Masters take some time to rest. This keeps coming up for a lot of people, but especially for you, Kim. Rest. They're telling me that you have a big soul purpose or a larger soul purpose than just resting. But for now, you can't do your soul's purpose or you can't do your purpose when you are exhausted, when you don't have the energy to move and to take action to get them. So for now, allow yourself to rest because it feels, I don't know how to explain it, but my muscles are just like giving way. It feels it's like bone deep kind of exhaustion, if that makes sense, Kim. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Red Dragon says I can't sleep well. I don't know if this is going to work for you, Kim, but sometimes I Google Reiki for sleep or sleep Reiki, and it helps me sleep. Again, I don't know if this is going to work for you, but we can try. You can try. You can try it. See if it works for you as well. Also, meditations, sleep meditations used to help me. But yeah, you can try those. Or worst case scenario, you can also consult with your doctor if it keeps happening, if the insomnia especially keeps on happening. It's not it's not a weakness to ask for help, even professional help from a doctor. But yeah, I hope that helps, Kim. And yeah, allow yourself to rest. And I wish you all the best. Oh, Garnet has a feedback. Garnet says diary I write in every night. Yeah, it's part of like the steps of your soul's purpose is what I'm hearing, Garnet. Oh, that's good. That's awesome. That's awesome, Kim. Kim is saying I have consulted. Thank you, Diane. Thank you for letting me read for you, Kim. Oh, Akila's here. Hi, Akila. Okay, next up we have who's that next? Hypnicity. Okay. Rossi says there's a channel on YouTube called Boring History for Sleep. Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to use cards for this, Masters? Okay, cards for hypnicity. Okay. What is one small step that hypnicity can take to align with their soul's purpose, Masters? Is this for her? Okay. So hypnicity, the card that I pulled for you is peace. And it has like the theater masks in there. And I feel like you're putting yourself in the middle of some drama. That's why they're asking you take time for peace. And the card what it says behind is this. Just because some people are fueled by drama doesn't mean you have to attend the performance. Make your life a drama-free zone. And what I'm hearing from the Akashic Records Masters is that you're taking on other people's problems. Like you try to stoop in and solve their problems for them. But it's not how people are going to learn their lessons. They need to learn their lessons on their own. You cannot learn their lessons for them. Know what is yours, have the discernment to know what problems are yours to solve and what aren't. Remove yourself from the drama. Yeah. I think that's the main message for you from the Akashic Records Masters. Remove yourself from the drama. When you feel like your energy is dipping, I know you're sensitive with energy as well, Hip. Um, when you feel your energy dipping, that's a good indicator. Okay, I need to remove myself from this, at least for the time being, so that I can reassess, recalibrate, and really understand the situation. Am I supposed to be here? You can ask yourself that. Am I even supposed to be here? Am I supposed to take on this energy? Remove yourself from the drama. That is the message from the Akashic Records Masters for you. Hypnicity. Hypnicity says, I've grown very quiet recently. Great. That's peaceful. Just like the card says, peace. Rossi says, I just heard savior mentality. Savior mentality. That's a good word. Okay, next up, we have Suzanne. You don't want me to pull cards for you, Suzanne. What's one small step that Suzanne can take? Suzanne, do you cook? I'm seeing someone cooking. I'll keep an eye on the chat. I'm seeing someone cooking. So I don't know, Suzanne, if you cook or it's just a metaphor for creating. Because like I've mentioned a while ago, cooking is creating. And some of us have the purpose or come here with the purpose of creating things. And I feel like you're one of those people, Suzanne, who come here with one of your soul's purposes and missions as creating. You create things that don't exist yet. And it might be through cooking or something else. Oh, Suzanne says only when I have to, then it might be a metaphor. But it can be cooking or it can be going through a creative endeavor. So if you're more into art and creating through art, you can do that. Not just cooking. Although I don't know why they're showing me cooking for you, Suzanne. If you sculpt, you can sculpt. If you like to paint, then paint. But creating is something that might be aligned to your soul's purpose. If you don't do it, but you feel joy whenever you're doing it, that's a good indication that you're aligned with your soul's purpose, Suzanne. But yeah, it's about creation again for you. New recipes, yes. Or trying out new things. I keep hearing create, create, create. Oh, and they're telling me experiment if you have to. Oh, there we go. Suzanne is saying I am still seeking that. You can experiment and try out new things. It's okay if you don't know your soul's purpose yet or your soul's missions. You don't have to like look at the big staircase. You can just look at what's in front of you, taking baby steps. And for you, yeah, trying out new things that you find interesting. Like whenever you're scrolling or browsing or you see something and you think, hey, that might be fun. It's something that you can try out and see, hey, is this something that's going to give me joy? That's how you know that you're aligned. Suzanne says, I am busy being a caretaker. Ah, then that means that you need to allow yourself some time. Find ways so that you can have the time to allot to other things that can make you happy. And ask for help from other people as well. It's okay to ask for help. So I hope that helps, Suzanne, and thank you for letting me read for you today. And last but not the least for this round in this episode is Kelly. You want me to draw a card for Kelly? What is one small step that Kelly can take to align with her soul's purpose? For you, Kelly, the card that I pulled is Move. And it says, a long walk is good for the soul. Get outside and allow Mother Nature to lift your spirits. So for you, what is one small step that you can take so that you are aligned with your soul's purpose? Spend some time in nature. Taking nature walks is what's coming up. Maybe even take vacations. And what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is beaches. It doesn't have to be trees. You can take vacations or spend time in water. Why does water keep coming up? I feel like you're more aligned with the water than with trees, Kelly. So take some time to spend to spend time with nature. Like prioritize time for taking a vacation or spending time with nature. So that's what the Akashic Records Masters are telling me, Kelly. So I hope that helps. And thank you for letting me read for you today. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for being here with me today and for letting me read for you. I'm just going to close the records while I still remember. So let's take a deep centering breath. I would like to close by thanking the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their love and compassion. I would like to close by thanking the Akashic Records masters for their point of view. And I would like to close by thanking the divine source for all the knowledge and healing. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. Your energy stays with you, and my energy stays with me. Oh, we got a feedback from Kelly, who's saying, I'm part mermaid, but it's Minnesota. Lots of lakes, frozen half of the year. I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, thank you for that feedback. I was wondering why they kept showing me water, like beaches, even. I think you're connected with water, Kelly. So thank you everyone for being here. I will be back again on Friday, your Friday, with Diana Bowles for Galactic Akashic Records readings. Um, Diana is slated to come back this week. So yeah, I hope you look forward to that. We haven't done that in a while. Again, that's on Friday. The Starseed Galactic Akashic Records reading. So if you're interested in knowing your past life experiences outside of Earth and in other star systems, I hope to see you again soon. Okay. So for everyone, I want to remind everyone that the views that I expressed, it may be just one way of looking things. Again, I don't know the absolute truth, but this is what rings true for me with regards to pre-birth plans. And you don't have to believe all of it, and you don't have to take it again as absolute truth. But there's something, but if there's something in this idea that resonates for you, even if it's just a little, maybe it's worth sitting with. Maybe your life isn't something that just happened to you. Maybe there's a deeper layer to it. One where your experiences, your relationships, even your challenges are part of something your soul came here to explore. Not perfectly and not rigidly, but intentionally. And if that's true, again, even if it's just a little, then you are not powerless in your life. You're not just reacting to what's happening randomly around you. You're participating in it. You're creating in it. You're growing through it. You are shaping it in ways that you don't, or you might not even see full yet. And maybe that's the most important thing to remember. You have the power over your life, and you always had. So earlier on, I mentioned choosing your birthday as part of the plan. And this didn't come up during this episode, but if you're wondering, like, why am I alone? But this is a Soul Cloud Connect episode. Like, if you're a regular here, you know that Soul Cloud Connect is when I have guests over, and Soul Cloud is when I go solo. So if you've been wondering about that, well, I have a surprise for you next week. This isn't just a one-time show. Next week, I will be joined by a guest who will explore this topic with me deeper. And I have a clue for all of you. Your soul plan, or part of your soul plan, your pre birth plan, is written in the stars. That's a clue for you. Let me know what your guesses are. But yeah, we will be back next week with a wonderful guest.